Ladles and jelly spoons. There I am. Tim down for Living with MS in Tenerife. We're here early, and I'll tell you why when more people get on, if anybody's going to come on. So we'll just play the intro while we're waiting. This is Tim Dowd for Living with MS in Tenerife. Roll intro. Ladles and jelly spoons, Tim Dowd. So where are we? Big white. Oh, it's a nice flower. Take my life in my hands. Fuerte Toba. He was a rock star. And it says in the foot. Listen,
everything. As from today, everything's gone out the window.
Oh, we're back in the room. We're on early, and I'm with somebody who's my favourite girl.
Right.
There she is. I'm going to put a microphone on now, so we can hear you. Oh, don't want to be grabbing so much of that. There you go.
Hello.
Give us a sound check.
Have a nice day out today.
We're having a nice day out, so things are happening, and I've just talked with Rick of Rick and Shelley fame. Thanks to Craig for letting me know, but they've been asked to do cases on a Wednesday and a Thursday now. So they're going to go live between 5:30 and 6:30, which theoretically coincides with Midweek Meetup. But as you know, Midweek Meetup, there's not always somebody coming, and nobody's registered today, and Chris needed something from the supermarket. So I thought, why don't we walk over and have a blast at that, and then go live at 4:44 instead of, I couldn't pick 4:44, so I had to pick 4:40. Go live at 4:44 instead of 5:55, and then at 5:30 we can send you all over to Rick and Shelley. So I talked to Rick, and he says if there's loads of people on and they're having loads of fun, then we can stay on, and he doesn't mind because he gets a load of people watching for Shelley anyway. So that's what it's all about. That's what's happening today. We've got, they don't have the dark one here, so I've got the light one. But they've never had the dark one here. Even though they do have the dark one in the downstairs, don't they?
Do they?
They do.
You both to them.
Did you see that? She says she's blind, you know. She says she's blind, but she sees me buying 2 dark beers.
But that cost him a lot of money too.
It cost me a lot of money. She said, "What, some nuts?" She said. Nuts. I said, okay. 100 grams of macadamia nuts for €6. Have I got it? I think so. There. I'm going to tell you what it cost. You look in there and look shamed.
I'm not saying it's really, really important. These nuts.
I'm going to put the cool tash over this side.
Yeah.
There we go.
That's what Jamie Oliver says in the new book as well.
In the new book? What's that? Nuts?
Very important to eat nuts.
Well, I married one, so. I married one. Oh, there's people on. So let me have a look what I did, what I got. Checking it as we speak. So Articulo Bolsa, 16, they're charging 16 cents for a Bolsa. Why 16 cents? Why not 10 like it used to be, or 5? And then the Fusé Limon in a pet flasher was $1.94 for iced tea. 1.5 litres of iced tea, $1.94. And then there's 2, it says Franciscana Dunkel, and it's bloody light. It says Dunkel on it.
Yeah.
Cerveza. They're $1.92 each. So they're cheaper than your bottle. Then Natural Cream Volcanic Aloe Vera Karité, yeah, is $5.19 for a little tub of cream. We got them growing in the back garden. Macadamia nuts, 130 grams for €6.02. Why is it €6?
30 grams.
130 grams, yeah.
See, you just said 100 grams.
All right, sorry about that. 130 grams for €6 and 2 cents.
Yeah, but they're the queen of the nuts.
They are the queens of the nuts, yeah. Dados Fruta Tarina. Those are little candied fruits. 160 grams, I think, for $2.96. Then you got the Anacardo Natural Tarina. Those are the Anacardo, what? Casimbros. Cashew nuts. They're Anacardo. They're $3.14 for 120 grams. And then Nuez Mondana Mitades Tarina. Those were the walnuts. $3.77. And then Gominola Sabor Fruta Italiana. That was the little gummy fruit pastels, $2.85. So it was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 euros on nuts and fruits. I don't mind having 5 of these now.
But nuts and fruit are healthier than beer.
I got 400 grams of limes for €2. I got the pollo adobado, which is taco pollo adobado for tacos. It's like cubed chicken in a sauce for $3.71. 495 grams. I said I'll have half a kilo, right? So he put 2 handfuls in, and it was 495 grams. He went to grab more. So he's only going to go way over, isn't he? I mean, 5 grams of chicken's like, you know. So that was $3.71. And then we got a red pepper, a big red pepper, 375 grams for $1.23. $1.23. So Brian Kinslow says I'm here. David Cook says, all right, Tim. Early live, Tim, says Chris Godfrey. Anne-Marie's on. Cy Dale, long time no see, Cy. Anne-Marie's saying hi to Christine.
Hey.
Sound and Picker all good, says Alan's homemade vlogs. He's going somewhere new. Are you already there, Alan? Ruth shared on Facebook. Ruth, if everybody shared on Facebook, I'd be a millionaire tomorrow. I'd be a millionaire tomorrow. Where's the side by side? There's the side by side. Garen Davis is on. Good afternoon. Renee's on. Kath's on. Hi guys, just popped on to the grandkids. Catch up later. Lovely to see Christine. Hi, Tim and Christine and everyone in the chat, says Ruth. David Butler's on. Wayne and Joe, you're on early. Yeah, I was just saying, I better say it more often. What's happened is Rick and Shelley, oh, you're watching TimothyDowd.com. So Rick and Shelley have been asked to do cases on a Wednesday and a Thursday now because it's so successful. So, and they said he's on 5:30 to 6:30 normally. And that's okay because we're only overlapping half an hour if we go live at 5:55. But because nobody booked today and Chris wanted to go to the shops, I thought, well, why don't we just bring the kit? And then as soon as you finish shopping, we'll go live and then finish at 5:30 and then Rick can go on. Shelley can go on arguing. Well, it's Rick doing it and Shelley singing. So that's why we're doing it early today because nobody registered. And we did say if you did register in the winter and you wanted to see Chris, then it's an early, well, not dinner, but an early drink, isn't it?
Oh,
because in the winter you're not coming out, are you?
It's too cold in the evening.
Yeah, too cold in the evening. So I've just got to do one thing. Move this over here because it's getting really hot. Say again?
And then when I touch your nose sometimes when you came home. I was freezing.
And why are you touching my nose? That's what I want to know.
Because you come home and you kiss me.
I
And,
kiss you and you go, don't kiss me, pal.
and if the nose touches my cheek by accident.
Oh, yeah, that's terrible. Everybody's saying hi to each other. Ian's on flying trucker from Chester. He was today. Everybody's saying hi, 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 hi. Hi, 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 hi. Dane's on. Dane Duffers. Hi, Tim and Christine. Been very damp and wet here today in Aberdeen. Wish the sun will come back. Can't get any gardening jobs. Got to get some gardening jobs, Dane. You're my favourite bar in Playa Paraíso, says Webby. Oh, just jump in a car, come over. Instead of sending me loads of bloody pictures. Did you find that thing? You know, I've not looked at your the rest of your thing. Next Tuesday, defo 4 p.m. with Simon at the Tavern charity vlog. Yep, defo. I'll put it in my calendar. In fact, I think the calendar's called Afcast, and you can actually go and register it. The Google Calendar. So you can go and see exactly where we are. And, oh, Neil. I missed one from Neil. Oh, it's a load of AI stuff. Okay, I'll read that later, Neil, if you're watching. So, yeah, boom. Next Saturday's going. Okay, Alan's next Saturday in a new hotel. A new area, isn't it? A new area. Ruth took the Black Labrador out. Chris Godfrey's staying at a new place as well. Not back until May. Everybody's saying hi to everybody. And Emma's saying Christine is looking very well. Right, so what's happening, Chris?
Thank you.
We had a nice day today, didn't we, in the afternoon?
Yeah.
Nice breakfast. I found this bread that's really tasty. It's like a black bread, isn't it? A brown bread. And it's tastes a bit like Weltmeister bread, doesn't it?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, there's a bread in Germany called World Champion, Weltmeister. And this one tastes very similar to Weltmeister bread. So it's not like a Hovis. It's sort of a harder loaf with stuff on top, yeah? And if you toast it from the freezer, it's got this sort of nutty taste. It's a warm, nutty taste, isn't it? And if you put butter on it and jam or butter and something savoury, the bread actually has got a taste as well. So it's not like the white bread where you're just tasting the stuff that's on it. The black bread adds to the flavour as well. So that's really good. And it's got a lot more fibre in it as well than the other bread, not as much sugar. Okay, Mad Sparks on, good evening. What would it do to be on the rock right now? The Rock of Gibraltar? The people call it the Rock and the Reef. The Rock's Gibraltar, the Reef's Australia, Barrier Reef. We are Tenerife. There's a fly in my beer. Can you see it fly through my mouth? Anyway, so what we got? We got the count on. We've got social booms. If you want to join in and you're new to the channel, you can go to timothydowd.com/events and you can find out where we are most days. Am I pointing that way? Yeah. And if you want to come on Monday, now we haven't been doing a lot on Monday. I know Adam comes in, but the others, a lot of the people don't come in. And what I want you to do, if you fancy coming on to a podcast on Monday and you can't make it physically here, then what I can do is offer you an electronic dial-in. And I know it says call-in show tonight, but we're not going to open the call-in show because I haven't got my earphones. And I can't hear you through the... I don't know whether you can hear the music in the background, but there you go. I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll put music on in the background as well for us. Let's do that. So I'm just putting music on in the background. You probably won't be able to hear it, but it disrupts the sound here. So I don't get a copyright... What's it called? A copyright claim. There's a difference between a copyright strike, which means you've used somebody else's material and passed it off as your own, and a copyright claim, which means that you've used somebody else's music and not passed it off as your own, and they just claim it, and so that they get paid for it. And I always, in situations like this, I always dispute the claim, for the simple reason is it's background music, and there is a special way that you've got to dispute the claim. And I've made a video about it, and I'll link that in the description or up here somewhere afterwards. And I've got to wait for the video to process after the live is finished before I can do that, though. So I'll put it in the comments, a link to that one to find out what the difference is. Bloody lawnmower going past. Yeah, the difference between a copyright claim, which is a normal thing when you're passing a bar or you're sat in a bar and the music's on in the background, and a copyright strike, which is nothing to do with music really. It's you passing anything off that's copyrighted as your own work. And you've got to be really, it's got to be really, I mean, they'll ask you to take it down, and if you don't, then they give you the strike. They don't give you the strike without warning. The other thing you can do is if you go to the claim and you dispute it, they give you the option to go straight to the arbitration. But if you lose arbitration, then it's a strike. So always do the claim first. Yes, Danny? More water?
Yeah. It landed in the summer.
It's still cold though. You want some more ice?
I've got an ice cube in here.
Do you want an ice cube?
It's in here already.
You've already got one, okay. I'll put that there then. I'll put that there. Daniel Holmes says, when did the love start? At first sight, for me. For you, it took a bit longer, didn't it?
Oh, yeah.
I can see you now. Yellow shirt with a gold chain, gold horn-rimmed glasses, beautiful blonde flowing hair, a grey miniskirt and white
Stockings. Nah.
Stockler shoe.
Stockings shoe, like.
High heels.
High heels.
Beautifully brown legs you had, didn't you?
Yeah.
You still got beautifully brown legs.
A bit wider
Till I wash
now.
them.
Legs, so.
The legs are a bit wider, yeah. But, no, they're not. I think about the same, about the same. She doesn't look any different to when I first met her to me.
To you, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know how that is. It's like women having babies, isn't it? It's a horrible and a fantastic experience all in one. And then your brain sort of gets turned off to have another one, but that didn't happen with you, did it? Yeah. When I met her, I says, do you want some Guinness? She says, oh, tried it once, didn't like it. I said, well, do you smoke? She says, oh, tried it once, didn't like it. So I bet you've only got one kid. It's not true. It's not true.
Oh, joke.
I didn't wear my glasses when I first met Chris, and then the first time I wore glasses, she said, do you wear thick lens? Thick lens glasses? I said, no, I wear my own.
Your favorite new joke.
I'll say it again. Do you wear thick lens glasses? I say, no, I wear my own.
Where's thick lens?
Who's Thick Len?
Thick
Len.
Len.
Yeah.
Where's Len?
It's a joke, darling.
I know.
It's the thick Len. Who's this? This clever Steve. That's Thick Len. I've now explained it. It's not as funny.
Funny to me.
Charlie says, you're early, Tim. Are we? Oh dear, my watch has gone wrong. Let's explain the early bit again. Craig actually contacted me and says he's not going to watch me tonight because Rick and Shelley are on at the same time, so I know where his preferences lie now. And so I called Rick up and I said, how long are you staying on for? He said 5:30 to 6:30. They've asked him, or they've asked Shelley to do cases on Wednesday and Thursday now. So I said, well, you're the professional, you do it for a living, I do it for fun. So you've got priority. And I said, well, what we were thinking of doing, nobody booked for tonight. So I said, well, what I'll do, we'll go on now, and then I don't have to go out tonight on my own, do I? Although I did say I was going out tonight on my own as well, didn't I? But I think I'll have had too much beer if I go out twice, won't I?
Would I like you to cook?
Cook.
Cook.
What are we having? Oh yeah, taco chicken. Taco chicken with asodabo or abadosa, or what is it called?
Paprika.
With paprika and onions. So we're going to go for that. They're like chicken nuggets you buy, and it's all in this special sauce, Canarian sauce, adobo sauce. So adoboed is adobados. Adobado. Taco pollo adobado.
Adobado.
And I'm gonna cut it in half once. So I'm not gonna do the thick ones. I'm gonna cut them in half and then flash fry them like a stir fry with the adobo sauce. And then we'll serve it with tacos, which are just hard shell. What are they called? Tortillas. They're supposed to be corn tortillas, but I don't have any corn ones. I've only got wheat ones. And I don't like the hard ones either, so probably they're going to be burritos, which is a little donkey. Did you know that?
Yeah.
A burro is a donkey, and anything with ito or ita is a little whatever the thing is. So a burrito is a little donkey. Not a lot of people know that. Charles off to Man City later, come on the Blues. Anne-Marie says it's cold in Dublin and 8 degrees. Oliver's boards on. That's Ollie, my nephew. Our nephew. Right, Ollie. Get a cheap flight from Liverpool or Manchester and come over. Where are the cheap flights from? Just do Skyscanner from all the airports that you can get to quick and jump on a flight. As long as you clean the spare room, you can have it. That's my brother's son, one of his sons. He's got 3 of them. Hi, CFC. You're early, Tim. There you go. Off to Man City. Did anyone else have a Storm Chandra? I think loads of people had Storm Chandra. It wasn't a personalised storm for you. In fact, a lot of people said they had lots of floods afterwards, especially in Ireland. Did it go to Wales and Scotland after that, north of England as well? Can you hear the music in the background here? Check. It's like salsa, isn't it? I think they're from Cuba, aren't they, these people? Or somewhere in South America. Colombia, I think it is.
Could be, yeah.
Colombia. Colombiana. So this is my, I don't know if you can see that. That's my monitor that I usually give to Chris. Of course it's gone off now because I moved it. Well, it's back on. But Chris can't see it because it's too small, isn't it?
If the sun's shining.
Ah, the sun's in the thing. Oh, okay.
That's why I never see Stephanie when we talk to her out on the balcony.
Oh, because it's outside, you've got the sun in your face. I'll tell you what, we'll move to a place where it's raining all the time. How's that?
Wow.
So tell us, what happened to them shores?
I don't talk. Don't know what shows
Oh,
are.
I'll have another pint. Do you want anything? We're too busy chit. Hola, mi niña.
Barraquito.
Huh? Okay.
Barraquito.
Oh, she's waiting for drinks here. Gotta wait. Gotta wait. Let me know when she's coming back. You can hear the background, we're not loud. Okay, muffled in the background. Okay, thank you. Well, that's a watch the rest on catch. I was only tuning at 6ish. Have a good evening. And Christine, if you're on at 6, don't forget Rick and Shelley. Go and look at Rick and Shelley. They're starting at 5:30. You can actually go to their thing right now and have it done. We'll wait for the Nina to come back. Yeah, as long as it's muffled, I don't really mind. Daniel's saying good night, everybody. Did Lee call you back, by the way? He's been very busy. She's not going to come, is she? She's going to take her time, picking up the old glasses, while I'm dying for thirst.
Now I know my Brits always order.
Y Barraquito, porfa.
Now I know my Brits always order a beer when they still got some.
Yeah, because you got to have that.
And they're gonna get really, really.
Are you anti-Brit, are you?
But it's just my observation.
Your observation. Thought they were all alcoholics. Not yet, Tim. So what we got? We got Tim. We got Tim 1. Oh, that's too close, isn't it? Tim and Tim 1, that's too close. Then we got USB 1. Sound's going to go off. Picture in picture, sounds back on. Well, I like that one. What's that red thing? Oh. I was wondering why there wasn't a big red square there, but it's the stop button on my screen. Ages. See you, Daniel. Still here, cooking and listening, multitasking. That's a late lunch, isn't it? Muchas gracias, mi niña.
De nada.
Cooking. Are you filming your cooking? You started doing those filming in the kitchen, didn't you? I can't film in my kitchen, it's too narrow. I did one with the wide thing here, didn't I? But now, what I might do is get one of them hot plates for outside and the air fryer. Because that's all you really need, is it? One hot plate and an air fryer. I could actually take the oven and the hob out, if I got that, and have just a massive worktop and cook outside. Get one of them little barbecues. Job's a good one.
To make all the neighbors jealous and they smell the food.
They smell the food, yeah. Keith's on. Keith Glasgow. I'll book another walk with you, Tim, when I'm over in July, plus a Freaky Friday. Oh. And Marialti's on. Hello, everyone in the chat. And Tim and Christine. How are you, Christine? Marialti's asking.
I'm good.
So,
SSDD.
SSDD, which means?
Things, different things.
Exactly. Exactly. So, where are we? Let's have a quick look round. This is the Burger King opposite, behind Chris. And then we've got a bar called the Tropical. called the Tropical, and it's 2 bars with this one's with a kiddies playground, and there's the bar where they do a lot of the cooking. Muchas gracias, mini. And then behind us is a place where they've got for the kids to do for kids parties like birthday parties and stuff. And then if we go further, there's the second bar. They're owned by the same people, and that's draft beers, and that's where they roast the chicken. You get whole roast chickens there as well. And yeah, this looks pretty good. Looks pretty good.
Oh, we were there with Malika and the Maggie.
Yeah, last time on us 2 Sundays ago. And the kids loved playing in that thing, wasn't it? I couldn't go in there, full of sweaty kids. Do you want me to stir your Barraquito?
Yes, please.
I'm going to stir it online so people can see.
Be careful.
I will. So this is the Barraquito. On top, it's got a cinnamon. And then it's got the coffee, 43, which is the liqueur. The bottom is sweetened condensed milk. Well, that's a great thumbnail, isn't it? You got to stir it until all the milk at the bottom's incorporated into the drink. It's very hot, my darling. The glass is very hot. So Chris is having one of those. I'm having one of these. Now it's clouded over a bit now, but the sun's going to come down underneath the cloud when it's going down. But I don't think it's sunset tonight's about 18:28, I think it is. Hey Siri, open UAV forecast. Fetching conditions. Not good to fly. So 18:44 is sunset tonight, so it's getting a bit later. Midday was at 1:20 and sun up was 7:56. Temperature's 20 degrees, dew point's 15. The wind is 2 meters per second with gusts up to 4 meters per second. The wind direction is 264 degrees west. Probability of precipitation 3%. Cloud cover 5% at 600 meters, above 600 meters. Visibility 16 kilometers, I can't see 15 kilometers. Visibility satellites, I can see 28 satellites from where I am. But the KP is 5. Now KP KP is a geomagnetic storm index. Above 3 means disruption to GPS reception. And I say that I don't fly above KP4. Automatically choose the recommended source currently using AME forecast. There you go. So I could fly the drone because I don't use GPS without the controller. But I didn't at the moment. Back to side by side. Marie, home is where the heart is on. Good evening, Tim, Christina, and everyone. My son's a Man City fan. Louise is on. Hi, Louise. Thanks for all your support. Keith's saying it's early because Rick and Shelley are live 5:30 yet. Louise Parks, good evening, everyone. Shirley says hello, everyone. They just cancelled my hospital appointment on the 10th of Feb to see if my finger recovery from the op. Hi Hearties, still have some effects of the, oh dear. Busy day, grateful, but great to sit down and connect on Tim's channel, says Shirley. You know, that's what I like about this channel, is that I could just sit here and have a drink and chit-chat to you guys. Christina could sit there and just drink her water and a Barraquito, and you just chat amongst yourselves. I think we were saying about that the other day. Good friendship means you don't have to talk that much, isn't it, really? Which is good for you, Chris, because I never say a word when I'm home, do I? Speech. Speed King's on. How's it going? We are fine, actually. We are really fine. I think at the moment we're at a point where we're quite content, aren't we?
Yeah.
Contentido.
And when I want to talk to Tim, I have to go speech first.
Yeah, otherwise I don't take my earphones out.
Or don't stop looking at you.
Like my zombie machine.
And with him it's the same, because otherwise I listen to my book.
Yeah, she does. She definitely does. What I should do is swap these cameras out. So put that one on the low one for you, and put this one on the high one for me. Let's try that. So you're going to lose us possibly. So I'm going to knock something. So let's take that off. There you go. And well, that was stupid of me. Let's just put that like that. If it all goes not ape shit, what's it called? Okay, that's there down there now. And now let's just that was a bad. This is a totally bad idea, Chris. Why did you make me do this? Right, I've ruined it now anyway, so let's just finish it off. Right, this is Chris's camera on the small ones. I'll put that there. Okay, let's get this right. No. No. That's better. And then this one.
And I've got a
little liffly.
Little spoon cakes.
There you go. That's better. There you go. Actually, that's better now, isn't it? Because we're not looking down at you, we're looking across at you, and we're looking across at me. So you see more behind me now, can't you?
Do I look straight on?
You look straight on right here. So that's a better view of me, and I can punch in now, and sound's going to. Sound's back on. What about that one? Oh, that's the picture-in-picture. That's not good. Side by side's better. That's better. Cool dude. Webby's going. Bye all. Night everybody. See you, Webby.
Hi, Webby. Haven't seen you in a while.
No. Back in the room, just sold a TV. Was I on it? Do I get them commission? Oh, this beer's gone, cold beer has gone straight to my belly. I'm either going to have a big fart or I'm going to crap my pants. Shall I chance it? Don't chance it, Tim. I missed a load. Back in the room, solar TV, we did that one. Back on, just made Dawn a nice cup of tea. Hotels have gone through the roof. Tim and packages. You know, it's, what do they call it? It's called commodity. Everything's a commodity these days. That means if the demand is high, the price is high. That's why, you know, nobody goes to Blackpool anymore, right? And if you do, it's dirt cheap. And half the place is closed down, you know? Tez was saying even the trams are going to be, the council want to stop doing the trams in Blackpool. That would be the death knell for the Blackpool, wouldn't it, really? Hope you're feeling better soon, says Marialty. There you go. Home's at a heart is saying hi to Louise. Back in the room, solar TV, we did that one. Out in March. Higher in the winter months. Yeah, actually, the winter months is our high season. Webby's going. See you, Webby. Was it Tetley tea? I don't think he does Tetley tea. Have you spilt on your fresh shirt?
No.
Just don't spill on my bloody microphone.
No.
Still expensive for March too, says Marialty. You know, I remember when going abroad was really expensive and only the posh people could afford it. And then for some reason, it became really, really cheap. Oh, I've got such a stomach ache now.
Will I go to Lou here?
I don't know. I think I'll just wait. Anyway, in 10 minutes, Rick and Shelley are on, so. Jay Duncan, hey Webby, bring that Football World War I book out in April. Send us a picture, huh?
Is Shelley still singing in the same bar?
It's Casey's now, which is in Pastorella Centre, which is where the BGR is, where I get your watch repaired every 5 minutes.
Okay.
March the 15th. Tam Camerton here, says Shelley. Whoever they are. You was, Tim, I paused you. We're over in 12 nights from the 17th. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up, says Anne-Marie. Yorkshire tea's the best. Somebody brought me Yorkshire tea. It was the worst tea I've ever had. I had to put 3 tea bags in the cup to make a decent brew. Tetley tea every time. Tea bag in, boiling water on top, 5 stirs and out. Enough. You do 5 stirs on a Yorkshire tea, it doesn't even colour the water. And the thing is, I suppose the tea's all the same. It's all Indian tea, isn't it? There's no tea fields in Yorkshire. They don't go picking tea in Yorkshire, do they? Great to see Tez this morning. Yeah, I mean, he's been off grid for a while, and he explained that this morning. Go and check that one out if you want to hear about it. But he's back in the saddle. He's doing very well. We had a little chat offline as well on the way back to the car, and he's okay. Give him some love. Right, he's over for like 4 days, so expect another 20 million vlogs of Tenerife from Tenerife Tez on tour. And this morning I had a Timmy Baby Belly Buster Bacon Butty. Actually, it was a good bacon butty. It had fresh white bread, homemade, with 3 rashers, just 3 rashers of bacon. And it was gorgeous. And if you want an extra rasher, it's $1.75. That's me booked for walking Freaky Friday. See you in July. Cool, dude. Oh, hope it's not July the 8th. Oh, July the 21st, okay. There we go. Freaky Friday, 24th of July, and then the 28th for a walk, okay. Register for free, have fun. Venue may change. Somewhere in the village of Caelsavaki, Fazakali, Accrington, Stanley. And the walk on, the 21st of July. Okay. So Christina's birthday's over. Exciting news, Apple Creator Studio, SCP-11 training updates. There you go. So they've updated Final Cut Pro training. If you ever want to learn anything, Final Cut, DaVinci Resolve, anything to do with filmmaking, go and see these people at Ripple Training, rippletraining.com. I know these guys. In fact, if you go to their website, we're on it. We are actually on their website. Where are we? Final Cut Pro Deep Dive. That's not what I wanted. I wanted the Ripple Studio dashboard, rippletraining.com. I understand. I don't want to log in. I just want to go to tutorials. Recommended by Apple. Happy New Year. Meet Steve and Mark. Motion Captivate. No distractions. Expert trainers. Are we still there? We might not be there anymore. Final Cuts. DaVinci Resolve. What's your story? There we go. We've got Paul McGuinness giving his story. And there we go. Timothy Dowd and his wife Christine. We're still on there. We did a fantastic review of their motion tutorials when I was doing motion graphics myself. And their videos use motion graphics and resulting in watching our tutorials. They actually do. They actually do. Like this, for instance.
Could anybody see the video about the tax in the restaurants?
The tax in the restaurants, I showed them this morning.
Yeah.
But a lot of people have been watching that. If you've not seen that, go to the shorts shelf. If you don't know what that is, it's when you go onto YouTube and do the shorts. But you actually go to youtube.com, go to my channel, and they're live in 1 minute and 21 seconds. So don't forget to go over and do that.
That is a fantastic song.
There we go. Create a post. Nip over to Rick and Shelley for live from Casey's right now. So I've just posted that, and I'll copy the link and put it in here. Where are we? 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 Wednesday at the Rosa Centre. That's us. My poppy in here. So if you all want to leave here and go over to that link, then Rick and Shelley are going to be live for an hour. Shelley's going to be singing. Now, because it's not interactive and it's just singing, theoretically, you could go in 10 minutes late and still watch from the beginning. So we're going to stay on until I finish this beer. And I did talk to Rick today, and he said, stay on as long as you liked him. And you can all decide. Gary Taylor's on. Alan arrives 19th of May for 3 weeks. Cool dude. That's my wedding anniversary 5 this year. Wow. We're 35 this year, are we? If you'd have topped me before, instead of marrying me, you'd have been out by now. Do you want anything else to drink, darling? Yep. You want schnapps or something? Trisha's on, it looks like. David's on, Shirley, Trisha. Hi, Timmy Christina, just home. Hope you're feeling okay, Trish. That's me booked, yeah, we did that one. Anniversary 5, 19 to 3 weeks. Yeah, go on to this link and you'll get Rick and Shelley. And Anne-Marie's put up their actual channel. So if you're not subscribed to Rick and Shelley, I'm sure you are, but if you're not there, go ahead and do that. And don't forget, they've been doing a lot in Holland. In Holland, the voice of Holland. Let Me Live was the Dutch song that Shelley learnt and sang, and I think that's up on Instagram. So if you've got Instagram, look out for the voice of Holland, and that's up, I think. Or is it the audition's up? I think the audition's up, where she sang. What did she sing? I can't remember. One of the famous ones she does. And then two people turn around, and she could choose between them who she wanted to take her on the road to stardom. There you go. We're not allowed to say who won. In fact, it's not out yet. It's not out yet. But go and check the behind the scenes from Rick and Shelley. There you go. Especially the one where she's learning the Dutch song. That was very impressive, that was. And because I speak German, Dutch is not really German, but there's certain words that are similar, aren't they, kid? And so I can sort of tell, but a lot of them are totally foreign. So even me, as a polyglot, would have trouble learning the pronunciation of Dutch. So kudos to Rick for learning Dutch. But you do actually learn the language if you live in the land and you've got no other option. Here, it's very easy to stay here and never speak a word of Spanish because everybody speaks English, and the English speakers are, what's the word? I want to find a nice word for arrogant. Think of a nice word for arrogance. I can't think of one at the moment. But basically, they just assume that everybody speaks English, and so don't even try, you know. And yeah, so if you live in a country, I think you got to learn the language. In fact, most of the people that don't speak Spanish and come here on holiday and don't speak a word, or the people who live here and don't speak a word, are the same people that complain when people move to England and don't learn English. So I just think that I'm the migrant here. We had a guy on this morning talking about migrants, and forget, I've been a migrant since I was 17, you know? So I know what the ups and downs are of migrants. I know I've been welcomed with open arms in some countries, and I've been despised in other countries. And the first country I was despised in was Wales, because they got like 5 swear words for people who were born in England without even knowing you. So I never felt at home in Wales, even though my mum was Welsh. Never felt at home, even though I learnt the language after a fashion. Never felt at home. First place I felt at home was Germany. I was welcomed with open arms in Germany, and America, of course. Welcome with open arms, but I won't go back to America. Too much going on there.
It's not the America we know.
It's not the America we know, even though Bush came to power, didn't he, when we were there?
Yeah, but
He sent me £100, you know, $100. I got a check off George W. for $100 because he sent everybody $100. He said, if you elect me, I'll send you $100. And I said, I'm going to frame that, and Chris made me cash it, didn't you? I think it's a disgrace if you move there and don't learn, even attempt the language. It is a disgrace, really, but you don't need to. That's the whole problem. There's no sort of impetus, or you don't lose out if you don't learn Spanish. You do, I suppose, because you've got to take somebody with you to translate if you go to the doctor, or if you're stopped by the police in the car, you're going to get treated differently because you're a foreigner. All my Dutch friends speak better English than I do. You know why that is? I've got a theory. In Germany, they spend a lot of money dubbing the American films into German, don't they? So you can't watch an original film in German. It's always dubbed. in the cinema and on TV. Okay, now modern, you can choose which language you want to listen to, but in the old days, they were all dubbed. In Holland, they didn't spend the money, and they just put subtitles on. So all the Dutch people grew up watching American and British TV and films with subtitles. So, you know, that's a great way to learn another language, is watch a foreign language film with a subtitle. I know a lot of people said if it's black and white or subtitles, I'm not watching it. A lot of British people say that. But I was a member of a film club when I was younger, and we always watched foreign films. And then when I learned German, that was fantastic for me. In fact, what happened was I watched a French film dubbed into German, right? And I really enjoyed it. And I tell you what it was La Femme Nikita. And that was before they remade it in the American style, right? They didn't just put in La Femme Nikita, they didn't just play the French version. They actually remade it shot for shot with, not Jane Fonda, the daughter, what's she called? Bridget, with Bridget Fonda. And she was unbelievable in the role. If you've seen the original French one, that was a lot grittier, a lot more violent, and a lot more, what would he say? A lot more suspense in that one. The Bridget Fonda version, even though it was shot for shot, it wasn't as powerful. So I've seen both, La Femme Nikita. And then of course there's a TV show spin-off that was basically nothing to do with it. That's another story. So if you can see the original French version of La Femme Nikita, I really do recommend it. And I didn't see it from the beginning because I turned it on and it was just this girl being shot at. And it was amazing. It was amazing. And then she gets the death penalty and they lethally inject her, and that's the beginning of the film. There you go. Go and check it out. I speak a little Spanish. I use it more when I go to old towns and villages, not so much in the big resorts. No, I think what happens is if you try to speak Spanish in the big resorts, it's appreciated, but they will automatically switch to English for you. Even I get it now. I've been here 10 years, and I even get it now where they switch to English. And I think they're actually told to do that. I think they're actually told to speak. There is a, it's like a school. It's like a school up in Adeje that teaches people how to work in the hospitality industry. So hotels, restaurants, stuff like that. And in the summer, there is 2 weeks, I think it is, where they're teaching people how to interact with foreigners. And Cleo sends us a message and say, if you fancy a free English breakfast, then nip up here on register with these people to go have a free English breakfast. And the only prerequisite is you cannot speak Spanish. So you got to go there and eat an English breakfast and talk in an English accent. And they say, if you want to put it on, you know, like put your broad English accent, please do. And that gives these new people exposure to serving people from Britain. So you can be the oik that you always wanted to be there, and it's okay. There you go. How come the lucky people don't need to have 40k the first year, 80k the second year, and paperwork to live there? I think what it is, I don't know. I don't know what it is, but they do need all that. It's just that they get around it, you know. Biggest problem with Brits at the moment, or not at the moment, in the past 30 years, is when, let's say, the European Union came out with a rule, Brits would implement it and then complain about it. And all the rest of Europe, if they didn't really like it, they just never implemented it. Because there was no sort of disadvantage of not implementing it, you know what I mean? And then I saw this playing out from 2 or 3 different angles, that the Brits would like immediately spend the money to change everything, to do everything because the European Union said it, and then complained about it. And I think it's because they were preparing you for Brexit. Even then, look at all the stuff we've got to do, all the bureaucracy we've got to do, you know. Yeah, but the lucky men, if the police come, they run, you know. So there's probably a reason for that. And there may be a difference that if they're over here on a different visa, let's say they're over on a work visa, then you don't need all that. So the 80 and 40K is only if you're coming for the non-lucrative visa. That means you're not going to work. So if you come over to work, you don't need all that. You just need a job. But getting a job's hard as well, unless you get the job before you come. In fact, if you're out of the, let's put it this way, if you're applying for a job in Spain to get the visa, you cannot come here and look for the job. You have to apply for the job from your home country. They have to send you an offer. Then you have to put the job title and all the details into the system in your own country. So the lucky men probably have got a set thing offering a job at a certain amount of money. They send that off, they go to the local whatever it is, and they get a visa that isn't the non-lucrative visa. So who was asking that again? Rob. So when you say 40,000 and 80,000 for the 2 years, that's only people who are not going to work have to prove that they've got enough money. Because if you work, then you get the medical free and you're working. So it's only if you're not going to work, they want to make sure you're not going to be a burden on the system. There you go. Trisha, good question. Well, that's the good answer. Lucky men are working and they've got a contract from somebody. It's a terrible contract, and probably the money that they said they're going to earn, they don't earn on the thing. But anyway, there's such a lot going on there that you can't really unpack it, but that's another story. But yeah, there's a difference between a work visa and a non-lucrative visa. But again, behind that question is a sort of a jealousy or a, you know, behind that question is nastiness, you know, and I don't like that, you know. Why look at somebody else's plight and be nasty about it? It's nothing to do with you. Your situation, if you want to come over here and you can't get a job, then you have to look after yourself. Same in Britain. In fact, it's a lot more expensive to go the other way. That's why you don't have any nurses anymore going from Spain to Britain, because they don't earn enough. Think about that. I see more holidaymakers being aggressive towards lucky men than the lucky men have been aggressive. Yeah, Neil, I think you're right. I think what it is really is when you come on holiday, you feel like you're the king. You know, you're like, I'm paying for this, so serve me. And if you get annoyed, then you can, you know, basically the whole year, you're probably nobody in your big city. And then you come over here and you want to be somebody. So you feel like you can do that. But just treat people like you'd like to be treated, you know what I mean? I always say there's no reason to look into somebody else's bowl unless you're making sure they got enough. So just don't be jealous. Don't be, I know people say, I'm not jealous of benefits people. Do you realize, after the show this morning where they said they're all on benefits, right? Do you realize that we are living here on benefits, aren't we? If Chris didn't get her insurance from the medical insurance, then we couldn't afford to live where we do. I've got a pension, you got a pension, right? The pension's a benefit because you're not retired yet, are you? Old age pension. So you're on a not being able to work pension, and you've also got your care insurance. For those of you who don't know, in Germany you don't get benefits. What you do is you pay a lot of tax and insurances through your life, and that covers you for when you need it later on. So you would have income tax, health insurance, care insurance, unemployment insurance. What's the other one? Solidaritätszuschlag. They're still paying that? Reunification of Germany insurance, which you can never claim on that one. That's gone. I think there's one more. So you're actually paying 45 to 50% of your gross wage in insurances or taxes?
Pay a lot.
It is a lot, right? But the thing is, just look at the net. The net is a lot higher than I would have earned in Britain, right? For the same job. But then what happens is you can choose your own doctor, you can choose your own specialist, can't you? If you're unemployed, you get 80% of your last wage for 18 months. When I moved here, even in a foreign country, I got €3,500 a month for the first 6 months I was here. So they'll pay 18 months in Germany, but they'll only pay 6 months if you're out of the country. So for the first 6 months here, they paid $3,500 dole, if you like. And a lot of people say, oh, they're on the dole, right? But no, it's not a dole, it's an insurance. Same with the medical insurance. I paid $550 a month medical insurance. My employer paid $550 on top of that. So I was paying like $1,100 a month for medical insurance. And it's amazing. But then when Chris couldn't work anymore and I had to look after her, they gave her a pension and they give you, I think it's like $1,600 a month to get a nurse in. Or if a family member does it, they give you half of it in cash. So I think I get $800, don't I? But that's a benefit, really, isn't it? It's a benefit we paid for. And I know there are people who've never paid into the system that claim on the system, but you've got to take that. You have to take that as read, because I would prefer that one person gets away with being lazy, as opposed to people who really need it are either denied it or made to go through a degrading system of proof. And to tell you the truth, I've seen it in Britain. It is degrading. It is degrading. So just stop doing that. It's probably your best bet. And stop teaching your people to be jealous of other people and to judge. And then you'll be a lot happier in your country, I think. And the weather doesn't help. So if everything's above board, why do they run when they see the police? Yeah, because they got drugs on them. David Butler. Rob, I don't want to talk to you anymore, thanks. The AC channel. Hi guys, nice to see you. My biggest surprise of 2025, I thought Tenerife was the home of the Lucky Men. Ibiza was 10 times worse. Or 10 times better, depending on if you're a lucky man or not.
And you would like to be a lucky man?
No, it's not a job I would like to do. When they get here, they go to the south, and there's a massive industrial estate, and there's these massive warehouses where all this crap's imported. And there's a kingpin down there. I think Webby's been. And they've got guards outside, so you can't get in. And when the people arrive from Senegal or from Morocco or wherever they're from, depending on where they're from, Senegal's mostly, Western Sahara, some of them, they take your passport off you. So you're basically a slave from that point on. And they're not treating you very well. They've got to sell, they can't not decide to sell the stuff that they've got to sell. And they've got to do a certain amount a week, although otherwise they're punished. So, feel sorry for the guys, really. Don't say it's spoiling your holiday, because their lives are spoiled. They get sold this sunlit uplands. They get sold Brexit from Senegal to come here. European Union, beautiful sunshine, lots of people, loads of nice, new, pleasant people to talk to. They come over here and they end up being slaves to a gangster. So just be careful. Don't judge lest you be judged. Always be kind, thank you, Louise. That's the one I'm looking for. Move forward in my chair to stop them getting arrested. The ones in Nerja, though, were awful. Yeah, I mean, live and let live, exactly. More holidaymakers being going to be that one. Is Adam on? Hi, Adam. No jealousy, Jim, just asking a question. I won't say you're jealous here, but there is a sort of a judgmental thing in the question, you know what I mean? And to tell you the truth, you don't really want to know the answer, do you really? You're just asking the question for effect. So if everything's above board, now we did that one. Why did they run from the police? Yep. Anyway, I didn't want to get onto that track, so. Go and watch Shelley sing. There you go. 17:51. We are going to go, darling.
Yeah.
You've had enough?
Yeah.
Sun's going down.
Yeah.
I've had enough beer.
And the wind is getting chillier.
Is the wind getting chillier? Yeah.
A little bit, yeah.
A little bit. I've warmed myself up now. La cuenta, por favor, con tarjeta. Gracias. Anyway, we're going to finish it now. So if you've not seen it, go and watch my little short about the igik. What if they add igik to the bill? Extra, which it shouldn't be, should be in the price. Here we go. This, I'll show you what it says here. It's got to say, all products contain, oh, it doesn't say it on here. It might say it on here. Doesn't say on here. Don't tell me this place charges extra igik.
La cuenta con tarjeta.
It's a igik incluido. Igik is incluido.
No.
This is no legal.
Sí, sí, está incluido.
¿Sabes, sí?
Sí, sí, míralo aquí. Te lo pone aquí. Pero 7% de IVA.
Sí, pero de igik debe en... esta.
Sí, sí, está incluido.
Sí, sí,
Míralo aquí, al
pero
final de aquí me sale.
¿Otro restaurante hace la igik aparte?
Ah, no, pero este
No.
está incluido. Sí,
Yeah.
sí,
No,
claro.
this one's a good one. This place is good because the igik is in the price that you see. So the price on the menu is what you pay, yeah?
Yeah.
Very good. Tarjeta. Tic. Momento. 15. Propino también. Si igik aparte, no pago propino. Porque 7% es más barato que
Claro.
propino.
Sí.
Ok.
Perfecto.
Muchas gracias.
Gracias.
Buenas tardes. Kidsland Rosa Center. No, so they do charge igik in the price, so you don't get an extra bill. See you soon, Tim and Christina. Good night, everyone. Anne-Marie,
Bye.
goodbye. Louise, goodbye. Derek Walker, good evening. Shirley, thanks, Tim. Christina, be easy on your tum-tum, Tim, yeah? Do you speak fluent Spanish? No. I wish I could speak fluent Spanish, but I can converse in simple terms. I can explain things. The problem that I have is when somebody talks back at me in a Canarian accent. It's like saying, hello, how are you? And the guy says, hey, I'm all right. You know, it's in an accent that you don't understand. So I have trouble with comprehension, but I can hold a conversation. I can't talk politics or science, but I can talk normal everyday stuff. I can go to the doctor, I talk to the police, I can go to the council, I can get things done. And yeah, so I wouldn't say I was fluent, not like I'm in German, but it's getting there, isn't it? It's getting there. Good to see you both tonight. Thanks for your stream, Sim. See you soon, hopefully. Yeah, let me know when you're coming over, Neil. We'll organise something. Thanks and bye. We did that one down the bottom. Keep cash alive. Every digital transaction makes greedy banks richer. You know, you're exactly right. You're exactly right. But you can't keep cash alive. I can't get cash here. I can't get cash. If I go to the bank, it charges me €5 to take 20 euros out of the bank. Unless I drive all the way to my bank. Don't I? So yeah, the only thing is cash is going to go. Cash is going to go. We know that. And the New World Order. In fact, what will probably happen is that the New World Order, the way it's going right now, will create a revolution, and then there'll be a brand new financial. We'll be back to bartering. I'm telling you. We'll be back to bartering. And on that happy note, have you got a mouthful of anything?
No.
Would you want to say the last words then before I play the outro?
Last words from me. Have a good time and don't judge people.
Don't judge people. Very good. Very, very good. I'm going to play the advert and then I'm going to play the outro. We're not coming back. See you tomorrow morning with... Who am I with tomorrow? I don't think anybody's booked tomorrow. I think I'm free. Yoo-hoo! Midweek Meetup. So the next is it's March. Tuesday, next Tuesday, Mark Wiltshire, over in Los Castellanos. And then I got nothing then till March. So I've only got one thing booked in the whole of February. So get booking if you're over on the island. And March we've got Midweek Meetup. Catherine is coming over and Kevin Weaver for a walk in the village. So yeah. So tomorrow morning I'm going to, I'll tell you what I'll do tomorrow. I'm going to do a test tomorrow of going live on the drone, and then when the drone battery runs out, I'll land the drone and go live on this system. I'll see if I can do the handover like I used to do with the PC, with the Mac, right? So tomorrow morning, it might not be 9 o'clock, but it'll be around about 9 o'clock. I'll go live on the drone first, and when the drone runs out of battery, then I'll swap over to this system. That'll be a good test. So tomorrow morning, thanks to Edinburgh and Beyond, Michael, for the idea of swapping over. I've done it here once a couple of years ago as a test, but that was with my other system. But this system, I've not tried it. So let's see if that works. Cool dude. See ya. Wouldn't want to be you. Here's the advert for the map. And it is permanent. So go to padlet.com/timdowd/map. And there you can drop a pin anywhere you like in the world, add your name and a little bit about yourself, and we'll see you on the next one. See ya. Wouldn't want to be ya. Not mentioned. Well, Timothy Dowden, Gemma Edwards,
Well, come on, let's get Eddie.
And they make Heineken out.
So
because that's the sex of the Underhill. Duffy, have a good one, thank you.
Happy birthday.
Thank you.
One.
He's out steamed.
Married today.
Yeah.
This can be good.
So you got 4 of these basically.
All right.
So it was Ray. Where are you there? Yeah, we go to the Barraquito now. We got a video be out on Sunday. So
Michaela's tracker. What fun was it?
Here he is.
The Mac Master is a complete top womble. This is